September 11, 2001 was unquestionably one of the darkest days this nation has ever seen. You knew that there was problems when even the news commentators and the news analysts and the anchormen and the anchorwomen, even they were groping for words. They were at a loss for words. Some of them openly cried on television as we watched those horrific images of those jet liners go smashing into the World Trade Center towers. Now, if the professional talkers were not sure what to say, if the professional talkers were groping for words, where did that leave the rest of us? Every single one of us today has those images implanted, engrafted indelibly into our minds. I would sit there for the next 8 hours with my mind and my eyes riveted, glued to that screen, watching again and again and again those incredible, those horrific images come across the screen. Not one of us will ever forget that feeling, that almost nausea we felt in the pit of our stomachs. It seemed as though it was something straight out of Hollywood. But we know today just how real it was. When it finally settled into my mind and to your mind that this was real and that it was happening, we began to wonder, could this be the beginning of the end? I introduce to you now a man that many people consider to be the single greatest scientific mind on the planet today. Dr. Stephen Hawking is an astrophysicist. He currently holds the Sir Isaac Newton Chair of Mathematics. Many people have referred to Dr. Hawking as Einstein's successor. He said something that to me is utterly shocking and utterly ludicrous. I want to share it with you. I fear that since the evolutionary process has worked through the dialectic of determinism and aggression, our long-term survival and any hope for our species is in question. But Dr. Hawking has a solution. And his solution is to develop personal rocketry so that you, ma'am, might go to Venus, and you, sir, might go to Mars, and you, ma'am, might go to Pluto, and we will fly away to our various celestial homes in which we will no longer have to worry about destroying one another all at the same time. Now, Eugene Linden is an award-winning journalist and author, and he says, looking at these 9 different clues, I believe that we are living on the brink of what he calls massive global instability. It is incredible to me, and we repeat, that though intelligent men like Eugene Linden, intelligent men like Dr. Stephen Hawking, and propaganda magazines such as Time and Newsweek are promoting that we are living in extraordinary times, much of the world is more in consistency with that REM song, "It's the end of the world as we know it, but I feel just fine." The point that we bring out is that it is not only Christians, so-called wild-eyed Christian fanatics, who say we're living in awesome times, in extraordinary times. The case that we want to present to you tonight is that when God sets up His kingdom at the second coming of Jesus, it is not going to be clear off on the far distant horizon of time. We will present a case to you tonight in which we will try and demonstrate from the Bible that it is not off in the distant future, but more than likely it is in the immediate future. Beloved, tonight we want to present to you a case that will both challenge you and cause you to take a serious evaluation of what in life is most important to you. Some people wonder if this is all there is, that life is just one big episode of difficulty and pain after another. But this is not the picture that God intended us to have. And it's not the picture painted by the Bible. In fact, Bible prophecy foretells the coming of events just like this. Friend, I'm going to tell you something that you probably already know. The politicians, the business leaders, even many of the world's greatest scientists, they don't have the answers. Some of them pretend to have the answers. Others are more honest in admitting, frankly, that they just don't know. But God knows. And He has told us and even showed us what's going to happen in the pages of His book. We're going to be holding a series of meetings. Not ordinary meetings, extraordinary meetings. Bible prophecy meetings where we're going to be taking a look, a powerful, clear look at some of these very prophecies, God's foretelling of the future, God's forecasting of future events. And we're going to see that it does paint a startling, vivid, and even serious picture. But the good news is that God has the answers and that there is light at the end of this tunnel.